Welcome back. In the last video, we found out the average time per prediction of our FNet B2 model. And we did so using our pred and store function, and then by some fancy pandas data frame tricks. Or not really fancy, we just use a data frame to calculate the mean time for this column. So let's do the same thing for our ViT feature extractor. So we'll go here. You might have already done this. I'm giving out a lot of challenges right now because we are in milestone project 3. So making and timing predictions with ViT. This is again part of our experiment to see which one of the FNet B2 or ViT feature extractor, our best performing models, which one is closer to our goal criteria. So make list of prediction dictionaries with ViT feature extractor model on test images. So here's where we can save ViT test predicts. We'll save it to that variable and we'll use our pred and store function. We'll pass in the list of paths to our test data paths. Then what can we do? We can pass in our model, which is going to be ViT. Then we'll pass in our transform, which is of course going to be ViT transforms. And we'll go class names equals class names. And we'll finish this off by hard coding the device to be CPU, because hard code device to CPU, because not sure if GPU available when we deploy. Now, of course, a natural extension to this, let's run this, make sure it works. A natural extension to this would be to evaluate the prediction times on CPU and GPU. And in fact, that's one of your, spoiler alerts, exercises for the end of this notebook. Make predictions and time them on CPU versus GPU. So, okay, it looks like our ViT model is quite a bit slower from first inspection to our FNet B2 model. Now, why might that be? Have a think about it, and we're going to explore that a little bit later on, but we'll wait for this to go through. And in fact, while we're doing that, we can check the first few. Check the first couple of ViT predictions. So this is why a progress bar is so helpful. I love seeing that go up. So let's go ViT test predicts. We'll get the first two. We'll run that after the cell above is done, and we'll turn them into ViT test predicts. We'll turn them into a data frame, of course. Import pandas as PD. We don't necessarily have to run that, it's already imported, but just for completeness, ViT test pred df equals PD dot data frame, and then we'll go ViT test predicts, and then we can check ViT test pred df. We'll check the head, and then we can also get the value counts. See how many, see, look at this. I think our ViT model performs a little bit slower than our FNet B2 model. See how many correct. We'll go ViT, there we go, wonderful. So we get a similar output as what we got before, a list of dictionaries. There's the original image path, the ground truth, the prediction probability. So it looks like our ViT model is a lot more confident on some of its predictions, but they come at the expense of time. So yeah, these look quite a bit longer. Now, why might that be? Have a think about that. What's different between our ViT model and our FNet B2 model? So let's go test pred df, and we'll calculate how many are correct by checking the value counts of the correct column. As you see, our ViT model performs a little bit better than our FNet B2 model. It got 148 out of 150 test samples correct, whereas FNet B2 only got 145. Not too dramatic of a difference, but still a difference, which means our ViT model performs at an accuracy of 98.5 or thereabouts %, slightly better than our FNet B2 model. So let's keep going. How long did each average prediction take? So calculate average time per prediction for ViT model, and we'll go ViT average time per pred equals round ViT test pred df.time for pred.mean, and we'll round that to 4 decimal places. We kind of don't need to because it already is, but this is what we're just doing, finding the mean of that column there. And then let's print it out. Print, ViT, average time per prediction. What do we get? Average time per pred. So what's this going to be compared to, oh my goodness, that's not as close to real time as we wanted it either. It's still under 1 second, so I guess that's not too bad, but it's certainly a lot higher than our FNet B2 average time per prediction. Now, keep in mind, this is on CPU. The results may change when you go to GPU, and that's the first exercise for the end of this notebook. So I'll leave that for you to explore, but for now, we're going to run with these times. So we have to append that average time per prediction to average time per prediction to ViT stats. Let's add it to the stats dictionary that we've been collecting for our ViT model. Time per pred CPU equals ViT average time per pred. Now, did we do this for our FNet B2 model? There we go, time per pred on the CPU. We didn't do this for that. Let's do that here as well. So we want to go add time per pred to FNet B2 stats dictionary. So we'll go FNet B2 stats, and then we'll put in here time per pred on the CPU, just so we know FNet B2 average time per pred. That's just that variable up there. And then let's have a look at our FNet B2 stats. Wonderful. So now we have 2 statistic dictionaries to compare for both of our modeling experiments. So if we come back, this is what we've been working towards. We've now completed our experiments. It's time to evaluate the results. So I'd in fact encourage you to give that a shot. Maybe put both of these dictionaries, ViT stats and FNet B2 stats, into a data frame and evaluate and compare them from there. So give that a shot, and we'll do that together in the next video.